Hey guys, welcome back to Rainblink. It is another Percy Jackson Friday video. I'm wearing my Camp Half-Blood shirt. It is Christmas time here, so we're gonna do a Christmas movie slash show themed sorting video today. And the movies slash show that the characters that we are sorting from today are the Santa Clauses movies slash show. Please note, when filming this, not every episode is out of season 2 of the Santa Clauses show on Disney Plus. So hopefully nothing too big character-wise happens in that finale. We do have a lot of characters to get through today, so this video is going to be very similar to last month's video with the amphibian video and pretty much every Pixar movie themed video I did, where I'm not going to show off cards that are on the screen because I have so many characters. Not every character is going to get an definitive answer, so that's where you guys get to come in and tell me in the comments below where you think they should go. A lot of people are going to get grouped together. Not everyone's getting an definitive answer, like I said. The reason why Hera and Artemis in here, even though they don't have demigod children, is because of attributes and personality and how they act and power-wise and what they stand for in the movie and show. Apologies in advance if I mispronounce any of these characters, and also spoilers ahead because I will be pulling characters from all 3 movies and the 2 seasons on Disney Plus. So spoilers ahead for that. Anyways, enough rambling. Let's jump right into the sorting. Starting with our first character, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Scott Calvin, aka Santa Claus. Of course, because he is the main character, his character is going to develop all through all 3 movies and the 2 seasons of the show. So it's a little hard to pick down a spot to where he should go because there's different eras in his life thanks to these movies and the 2 seasons of the show. So I literally have 3 different places for this. Athena, because he is smart and was originally a businessman. Second place was Hephaestus, because he is literally a toy maker. He literally, when he was Scott Calvin, before he was Santa, was in the toy making business, and then Santa, he became a toy maker, and building and all that stuff is contracted to Hephaestus, and also he is loyal to his family. And then finally Hermes, because roping back to the businessman aspect, because even within the second season he's trying to make the North Pole more like a business sort of way to get his whole family involved into it, or at least his wife and 2 kids. And originally in the first movie, before he did become Santa Claus, he had that businessman drive to where he only cared about money and that sort of thing. So I think Scott Calvin, aka Santa Claus, should go at least in one of these 3. You guys can tell me in the comments below, especially when it comes to these characters, where I hold up multiple cards for them, where you think they should go, because I'm definitely going to need help in that department wise, because look at this. Look what I done. This is a mess. This is a mess. 3 places is my limit when it comes to characters. This is going to be crazy and messy and everything else. You that better? I don't know. So yeah, you guys help me in the comments below. I think actually, if I'm being completely honest, I think I'm steering more towards Hephaestus and Athena, because when it comes to the building slash strategy gene for a character, it's usually one of these 2. So there's that. Okay, next up we have a group of characters. We actually have quite a bit. We have Charlie, Lucy Miller, Grace Chachki. Hopefully I'm saying that right. She's the little girl from the first season. Noelle, and Chris Marino from the second season. So all of these characters in my mind have one thing in common in one way or another, which is their childlike wonder slash this innocence of the world way. I know Charlie, he grows out of that in the second film and is an angsty teenage boy and doesn't care and gets on the naughty list and stuff like that, but through and through he loves Christmas. Lucy, that childlike wonder. Literally in the 3rd movie, it was her hug who thawed out Jack Frost. So, in Save the Day, Grace, again, she's a kid, childlike wonder. Like, all these people, besides Chris Moneo, who is just like childlike wonder entirely, just adult age, all started in the universe as a minor under the age of 18 in this. And of course, Noel, he's just like a giant kid with Santa, and like is kind of dummy, but is kind of smart. So, all in all, from what we at least see from these characters and from what we can see the drawing to them, it's childlike wonder, it's that childlike innocence, it's that like whole thing. So I believe all 5 of these characters should go in Cabin 18 Hebe. That's just my opinion. I know, like, again, Charlie changes between the first movie and the second movie and like all that jazz, and we barely see him in the third movie, but they still have that like childlike wonder in them, and it's like they act like kids in a way, because most of those people on that list were minors when filming that whole, at least for Charlie the first movie, and probably the second movie, way, except for Fluffy's character. So there's that. Okay, next up we have everyone's favorite elf, probably, Bernard. And I have literally already 2 places in mind in that way, either Athena or Hephaestus. Reason for Athena, because Bernard is very smart. He's like over 100 years old. Like, he's beyond smart. He's seen some things. He's been around the block. And then for Hephaestus, like, he's loyal, pretty much the cause. He's loyal to Christmas. He's loyal to Santa, other than Mad Santa, which we'll get here in a little bit. He's like loyal to a point until like he leaves and like gives up his immortality and finds the love of his life, which is very funny still to know that's what happened to him and given that backstory of it all. But he's both smart and loyal, and like smartness is usually a Athena thing because of like wisdom and battle strategy and everything else, and Hephaestus, the loyalty of it all. So I believe Bernard should go either in Cabin 6 or 9. Usually when I think of either like Hephaestus or Athena when it comes to, it's usually someone who's like invented and smart at the same time, but for this time it's smart and loyal. So it's a little bit of a difference to what I said earlier about Scott Calvin's Santa Claus scenario, but it's still downright to it. And it would be funny to have them both in one of the same cabins because they would be brothers, and that would be funny to me. It's just weird, but also funny. So there's that. Again, you guys tell me in the comments below where you think any of these characters who don't get an definitive answer should go, or even any of the characters who do get an definitive answer, if you think they should have gone to someplace else, tell me in the comments below. Okay, next up we have another group of characters. We have Carol Newman / Calvin, aka Mrs. Claus, Curtis, Betty, and Neil Miller. Downright to it, all of these characters are smart. They're smart in their own way. Literally, Carol was, but she was the principal and of the school that Charlie went to, and she's beyond smart. And like Curtis became the head elf. Curtis is really smart, and he's like the one in the second film who figured out the idea for Santa Claus, even though it backfired on him and everything else. Betty, because of course she's in here. She's beyond smart. She's literally the head elf in the Santa Claus show. Literally, spoiler alert, she was the leader of the group. She's the one who like led the charge. She was the one who came up with all the plans. She's beyond smart. Betty is one of my favorite characters in the Santa Claus show. And then finally Neil, he's literally a doctor. He's smart to a point. He's like doesn't fully understand like everything because he is an adult, and like questioning everything. It's like he's scientific versus like believing is seeing, that sort of thing. So all in all, I think all of these characters should go in Cabin 6, Athena. Disney doesn't mess around when it comes to their like smart characters, showing that there are smart characters and not like fully playing it down dumbly, which is one of the things I do like whenever it comes to a character, like showing like that character not being played down and dumb. Pretty much Betty is the Athena to Noelle's Hebe. Okay, next up we have Cal, aka Buddy Claus / Calvin. No offense, I'm just gonna say Cal because everyone calls him Cal. I should have probably wrote Cal in with all the Hebe ones, because Hebe is a place that I think he should go, but also, I also thought of Iris for some reason. Hebe, because of course in the first season he knows absolutely nothing of Earth because they were stuck in the North Pole the whole time, like experiment and wonder and everything else. And Iris, because he like can see the portals. I know that's more Santa magic than anything else, but he's like, is colorful in that way. And I'm just gonna say it, Cal was hard. He should have probably been roped up with like Lucy and like Charlie and like Grace and everyone else. But I didn't, because I thought of other ways for him, because I know he can see like the portals, he can like has that like childlike wonder, and like still does in the second season as well. But anyways, Cal I think should either go into cabin 18 Hebe or cabin 14 Iris. I think I'm leaning more towards Hebe, and I really, no offense, should have put him in with all the other kids scenarios in this. So either way, you guys again tell me in the comments below, or you can tell me that I'm way off and that this character should have gone someplace else entirely. I don't know. I'm not smart. So yeah, either cabin 14 or cabin 18. They're both on the same card ways, so there's literally a little rainbow right there. So I can only go with one card because they're both the other cabins that were built in the Last Olympian / the first book of the Heroes of Olympus series. So there's that. Next up we have Cassandra. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Claude / Calvin. Again, this is another person I should have probably had just roped in with the Hebe kids from earlier, because Hebe, again, like her brother, she was pretty much shielded from the world. They were raised in the North Pole, but also along with Hebe, I was thinking Athena, because she is smart to a point. She is like, yeah, a teenage girl, but she is smart. I wish there was a god or a goddess like animals in a way, because spoiler alert, in the second season her powers are kind of like she can hear animals talk to her. She's like, even in the first season she was like all about animals. She was like an animal girl. And I know like in the second season now, again spoilers, she has like her own magic and she's like considered a witch. I don't want to put her in Hecate just for that, because goodness knows I almost did that for La Fanta, which we'll get to here in a little bit. So I think Sandra, I feel like I'm saying Cassandra from Tangled instead of Sandra, should go either in cabin 6 Athena or in cabin 18 Hebe. So next up is the Sandman. I already know where I want to put him, because he's literally the Sandman. And there is a god of sleep, which is cabin 15. Literally, he's the Sandman. He like puts you to sleep. He like literally takes naps everywhere. And I'm so glad, within spoiler alerts in the second season, that they brought the original actor back for that. And I think that's awesome and amazing. So cabin 15, Hypno for Sandman. Okay, so for our next character, I have 2 places for her. It's Mother Nature, and these 2 places are Dememer, because of like all the growing and Mother Nature stuff, like it's part of it, and Zeus, because of like all the winds and like storms and everything else. So yeah, either, funny enough, cabin 1 Zeus, who I haven't put in here in a long time, or cabin 4 Demeter. Again, I haven't put someone in here in a long time. Either one of these 2 ones, because of like the growing and like all the storms. Like if we could pick like anyone from the whole pantheon, I actually believe Mother Nature will work better with Gaia, because like Gaia is that like whole Mother Nature thing, like rocking the earth and like everything else. So there's that. Okay, so for this next group we have Toy Santa from the second movie, Madness Santa, aka Mad Santa, and Olga. Down right to it, all three of these characters are mad / war driven. Literally, Toy Santa power went to its head and became literally a general. Literally changed into that outfit he made, like toy soldiers. Literally, Mad Santa has like a bad temper and like it can be like war driven and like I will exact my revenge, and it's just mad and like crazy. And like and Olga's just like war driven. She's willing to beat somebody up and like everything else to that extent. Like just those 2 characters are just crazy. So I think all 3 of those characters should go in cabin 5 Aries. You guys can yell at me in the comments below on this, but at least Toy Santa should go in here. Magna Santa, I can like see there being a different outlet, and maybe Olga too, but Olga's like war and fight driven. Like she always wants to beat somebody over the head with her club, like that sort of thing. So there's that. Our next character is Jack Frost, and I kind of already know where I want to put him, because him just trying to like get on top of like Santa, and when he even became Santa in the third film, and like he wanted to be like the face of everything and like be like an official figure in the group and like be like the real deal sort of way. And he's like really greedy and like everything else, and like he wants to be in the spotlight. And I feel like wanting to be in the spotlight is like a term of like winning in his mind, or at least to me. So I think I'm gonna put him in cabin 17 Nike, because he just wanted his like face to be plastered everywhere. He literally like turned the North Pole into like literally a amusement park. He just wanted to be everything about him. He wanted to win. And that was like his form of winning, being the face of like winter in general, like, and everything else. He wanted to be Santa. So cabin 17 Nike. There is like alternate things like I can say, like, because he could be like, could go into Hera because like all the sneakiness, because he did trick Curtis and he did trick Scott Calvin, Santa, and like everything else in between. So that could be a possible out, but I just picked Nike. He wanted to be on top. He wanted to be in the spotlight, that sort of thing. Next up we have Salmon Chachki, the father of Grace, and also who Scott Calvin Santa tried to get to replace him, and he just ruined everything. Now, Samson, he's not dumb. He's smart. It's just he's down on his luck. He's just trying to like make it big, make it rich, and that's why I'm either like thinking Athena or Hermes, because like that Hermes is like he wants to like make money. He wants to like be this whole like giant businessman and like literally making a worse version like of the North Pole and making it into a business where it's Christmas every day and like there's no need for Christmas and like everything else. So I think like he should go into one of those two cabins. He's like, because he just wants to be like a big giant businessman, but everything that he's like created is kind of like gone downhill. So that's, I know like he's like trying, he was like loyal to his wife and like to his kids, but he got like blindsided because of like all of the everything with the North Pole and like took it in a wrong direction. And like the power went to his head in a way as well. So either cabin 6 Athena because he is actually smart, or cabin 11 Hermes because of like that business and like wanting to make money and like the business guy and everything else. So there's that. Okay, next up is Sylvia Newman, which is Carol's mom. Immediately, I know she doesn't really bring too much to the third film. She's kind of just there, but she loves her daughter. She's gonna love her future grandkids, or now grandkids, in this, and the only place I can think to put her is in cabin 2, Hera. Hera is not entirely bad. Hera is the goddess of family and marriage and family, and like, and Sylvia does like love her daughter, love her husband, like loves her family in that way. I feel like Sylvia I shouldn't even add it on here, but Hera's the best place I got for her, guys. You guys again tell me in the comments below where you think she should get more of. Again, another character I probably shouldn't have added, but I did. Buddy Newman, who Cow is named after. It's Carol's dad, and he's a loyal guy. He's a loyal guy to like his wife, to his daughter. Like he is willing like to pitch in and help like build the delivery room, and like it's just loyal in general. And I think for that logic, and this is really the only place I think I could put him, is cabin 9 Hephaestus. Like he does love Carol and like his wife, and like and potentially he could have gone into Hera as well, but I didn't want to put husband and wife in Hera, so there's that. Okay, for our next character, I kind of hinted at her earlier, which is Belafonte? I think I'm saying that right. So originally, I will admit, I immediately thought of Hecate because she is a witch, but if the second season didn't come out, she would be fully in Hecate, but thanks to the second season giving that character more about her, more like character development, we know Belafonte is smart. She's really old, but she's smart. She's been along the block. She is wise. She literally helps Cassandra with her magic in this second season. She is that like witchy presence, like the other female presence in her life, and like is smart. And of course, yeah, she is a witch, magic, everything else. So I think for Belafonte, I'm gonna put her in either cabin 6 Athena or cabin 20 Hecate. I've been holding these cards a lot, especially the Athena card, a lot this episode. So there's that. Again, if season 2 didn't happen, I think Belafonte would have just gone into cabin 20 and I would feel horrible. Okay, so for this next character, this is a gimme character for me to give myself less of a headache after everything that happened. Next up is Q. Cupid. We already know immediately where he's going, just because of his name. And I know that's a little stupid, because that's the Roman name, and screw Cupid, what he did because of Nico. But Cabin 20, Aphrodite. Literally, he's Cupid, aka Eros. Eros/Cupid's known as Aphrodite/Venus's kid. Whole lovey-dovey thing, literally. Okay, so finally, we're at our final character. After 25 characters, we are at our 25th character, which is the Tooth Fairy. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm gonna say it again. He's really old. He's probably been around the block a couple times. He is smart in case, so my brain immediately wants to put him in Athena. But he cares about your dentalness, because he is the Tooth Fairy. He cares about your health. So I'm either thinking for the Tooth Fairy, again, I'm holding up Athena a lot for this, Cabin 6 Athena, or Cabin 7 Apollo, because, like, Apollo is, like, the whole medical thing, and he does, like, care about your health, or, well, your mouth, for your teeth, and, like, Athena, he is smart, he, like, helped Scott get back to the North Pole, and, like, the second film, and, like, everything else, so there's that. Again, a lot of Athena in this episode, and I'm kind of thankful for that, kind of not, because I just had to hold up Athena, like, almost every single time, because a lot of these characters are smart in their own way, and, like, are, no offense, old, and have been around the block, and everything else, so there's that. 25 characters done. Oh my goodness, this video is going to be so long. I know I didn't sort every character within the 3 movies and the show. Tell me in the comments below where you think they should go. Any of the characters that I did sort, especially the ones that didn't get an definitive answer, tell me in the comments below where you think they should go. Please make sure to like and subscribe and all that beautiful jazz. Last video right there, subscribe right beneath me, and also playlist of other sorting videos are right up there. Also be in the link description below with a Percy Jackson playlist, and I'll see you guys next time here on RainBlink. Bye!